CCX Sports presents coverage of high school gymnastics. Tonight, a matchup between Northwest Suburban Conference teams Champlin Park and Park Center. From Park Center High School, John Jacobson and Debbie Rasmussen, and welcome to a fairly late season meet, Debbie. Just a couple of weeks now until section meet play, exactly 3 weeks from now.
Well, and it's, it is a meet that's later in the season, but what a great fun rivalry that these two teams have. They probably don't have the difficulty that maybe would get them into a state meet or even high in the sections, but the fact that they are still so passionate about competing for their school and the coaches are so amazing. I think we're just in for a treat tonight for just a truly, gosh, I love this sport experience.
It is. Our rotation tonight, we'll see Champlin Park will be up first on the uneven bars, and then Park Center vault, or JV vaulters right now going, as you see in the background. Then Champlin Park on the vault, Park Center bars, Champlin Park floor, Park Center beam, Champlin Park on the beam, and ending with the home team, the Park Center Pirates, on the floor exercise. We are ready to go. Varsity uneven bars for Champlin Park. And Natalie Campus up first for the Rebels. She is a junior, second year on the team. Favorite event is beam. Has been working to level up her bar skills. A lot of most of the girls that we're going to see tonight on both teams don't come out of a club background or didn't, but maybe had some rec level gymnastics background or just new to the sport, period. And this is not that any sport's easy to pick up. This is a difficult sport to pick up when you're in high school.
This is a difficult sport. It takes so much. Nice flyaway dismount there for her. Bars is hard. I think it's for me, it was the worst event I had because I didn't have the strength needed to do that. And now with the way the distance, the way the bars are apart, it makes it even harder and stuff. So for her to come in and say, I'm going to do bars, that's pretty incredible. And she had a great little routine, back pullover, a couple of back hip circles. She does the squat on, and then the flyaway dismount, which she had a really nice landing on that. So she did that in the tuck position. It's hard to be that first person up in the meet, too.
Olivia Shoemaker will be up next. She is just an 8th grader. Again, one of the younger gymnasts on the teams. A large group of 8th graders are competing either junior varsity or varsity for the Rebels. Ophelia's main sports cross country and distance runner and track and field, but out for the gymnastics. And Coach Winey says it brings great energy to the gym. How much fun is that for a coach and a team, right?
Exactly. And, again, she's a runner, and she picks, I'll just do gymnastics as, another sport. And I think it's awesome that we can still be in 2 or more sports, that you don't have to be so specialized in just one. And, this probably keeps her in shape during the winter for the cross-country track and field season. Nice there, does a squat on and a long hang pullover. Does another cast. Beautiful form on these. She goes for a back hip circle. Nice big cast. And a nice tuck flyaway dismount. She has great form. She had a really nice toe point, and just had a lot of fluidity and routine. She went from one event to another, so it was really nicely done.
Check out part of Ophelia's routine again.
That move there is a long hang pullover. Some people call it a baby giant. She'll do that a second time. Notice her legs are together, toes are pointed. It's just pretty to watch. Here's her big cast. She's a nice flyaway dismount, just that little hop on the landing. Good job.
Teresa Ung is up next. A score of 4.95 for Ophelia Shoemaker. Natalie Campus scored a 4.2. Teresa is a junior, 3rd year on the team, captain of this team. We're doing a story on her this week on our CCX Sports Spotlight, a gymnast who came out of a rec level program at Twin Cities Twisters, and Coach John Winey is just amazed at how hard she has worked and how much she has improved in her now third season in this sport.
Well, that was a beautiful bar routine. Like I said, she might not have had the difficult skills, but watch how she works. Every move goes right into the next. So here she's got that squat on, long hang pullover. She does another big cast back hip circle, immediately into a beautiful layout flyaway dismount. Big smile and a great landing. When we're doing bars, the things the judges are going to be looking for: straight arms, straight legs, that one move flows right into the next, not a lot of pausing, and then that ever important stuck landing.
Tatum Roper is a senior, score 5.35 for Teresa Young. But Tatum, this is her first year on the team, main sport dance, where she's captain and leader, 3 years of background at Excel Platinum level at Twin Cities Twister.
Wow.
So I'm sure we'll see more of that dance, obviously, when we come up later in the floor exercise. But definitely an athlete and a good leader. Despite it being her first year on the team, has really taken charge and taken some of those middle school girls under her wing and helped them out, even though she is new to the sport at this level.
And again, just bars is hard, and that was a beautiful bar routine for her. And you can tell the dance just because of the way the toes are pointed in the form that she has. But right away, she does that squat on. This is called a rear upright. She goes right into the back hip circle, big cast. She'll do a straight body cast and then tuck flyaway dismount. Good landing. I think out of all the events, bars is the hardest to jump into if you're an older person.
Not old like us.
Well, yes, not old like us. Well, I'm not old. You may be old. I'm a year younger, John. That's big.
That is big.
No, but I mean, it's not a piece of apparatus that you go, I'm just going to try bars today. Of course, beam's not really much better either. But very impressed.
Excuse me, Deb. 6.15 the score for Tatum, the fifth and final varsity gymnast for Champlin Park. Keely Koonsman, eighth grader, first year on the team.
She's a beautiful bar worker, 2 long hang kips right in a row. Nice cast into this. Really nice. Wow, the height on that was really, really, really good. She was way above the bar when she let go to do that tuck flyaway dismount. Again, this routine, what made it so special was just that it was really connected well.
Keely, like Tatum, also with some club background at Gleason's and at Revolution, and look at part of her routine.
That was such a nice high flyaway dismount.
Eighth grader, first year on the team. That was a good finish for Champlin Park.
You know, Minnesota has really good private club gyms, as we will find out later in the summer when the big trials come here and stuff. But we have actually produced, both on the men and women's side, nice routine, very talented gymnasts.
Keely Koonsman ends up with the Rebels high score, 6.25 for that bar routine. We'll take our first time out. We'll go to the vault, Park Center's varsity, up next on CCX. there are the scores for the uneven bars for Champlin Park as we get into rotation 2, Park Center. Their first varsity event, Genesis Gallarzo is their first vaulter. And look at her first vault one more time. Again, vault, you get 2 attempts. The top score is the one that goes in the books. Top 4 out of the 5 gymnasts that compete in each apparatus go toward the team score.
She does a vault. She does a half-on vault and just do a straight body position afterwards.
Genesis is a freshman, an all-around competitor. Her first vault scored a 6.95. We'll check on vault 2 here.
Vault 2, she didn't quite have the pre-flight she did. You'll see her arms are a little bit more bent. So I think the first vault is definitely going to be the higher score of the 2. But good start for Park Center.
Champlin Park score on rotation 1. And you're right, Deb, the first vault did score higher, 6.65 for vault 2. Christy Lee is up next. Christy is a sophomore all-arounder. Excuse me, Deb.
She does that half-on vault with a straight body off, and it was beautiful. The form was exceptional. She got a super strong run. I love just that tiny step backwards, but her body position was really good on this particular. She wants to maybe get a little stronger run, harder block, and just float that landing down.
Vault 1 scored a 7.45. Here's Christy's second vault.
Good second vault as well. Very close to the first vault. Probably had a little bit better landing. Maybe didn't travel as far off that vaulting platform, but again, impeccable form. She did a good job.
Scored 7.3, so again, as with Genesis, her first vault scored a little higher. Angie Westland up next, senior co-captain, another all-rounder for the Pirates.
Really nice. Does a half on, a half off. So this vault is going to be worth a little bit more in the difficulty category because she does have the extra half on off that backside. Really clean. Just that little step on the landing.
One more coming for Angie.
Another really nice vault. She is so strong in this. You can tell she doesn't have this quick, snappy, strong run like we see, but she does a great vault with just this little, casual little jaunt to the vault. Beautiful for her. I love the form.
First vault was a 7.65. Took 7.6 on vault 2. Ruthie Summers next. Sophomore all-arounder.
Really nice vault, half on, half off. Great after flight. She blocks really hard off the platform, has a nice twist, and a really good landing. Oh, she fought for that stuck landing too. Good job.
Her high score this year, an 8.1. First vault scores a 7.9. One more vault for Ruthie.
Nice vault. Good landing. I think the second vault should score higher, I'm thinking. See here. Just nails the landing, and judges are definitely looking for that as well.
Brianna Benjamin will be the 5th and final gymnast for Park Center on the vault. It is a little higher, 8.0 for Ruthie Summers' second vault. Now Bree Benjamin, high score this year, 8.5.
Really nice vault. That vault just floats. It floats on the pre-flight. She does that half on, and you'll see she has such great form. Super strong. Arms are straight. Just a little step to the side. Really pretty, pretty vault.
First vault scored an 8.3.
Another really, really nice vault. Anytime you do a vault and your arms are straight, that just, makes it look so much more polished, and just that little tiny step. Great form.
Judges will confer on Bree's second vault. We'll get a posting here. Looks like that one was 8.0. So vault 1 is the better of the two for Brianna Benjamin. That is our first rotation for Park Center. We'll take another timeout. Rotation 3. Up next, varsity vault for Champlin Park next. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. There are the Pirates scores on the vault. Their first 2 varsity rotation. Champlin Park up on the vault now as they get set. There's the team scores for each team through one event. Ophelia Shoemaker up first for Champlin Park.
Did she? Okay. They're doing that quarter on, quarter off. I'm not sure if that was, I think that might have been their last warm-up. Now we're ready. Yeah, sorry, I thought that was her. So here comes her first vault. It appears that she'll be doing that half on, half off vault. Really nice form. Her body is so straight when she does this vault again, and it just appears that it's just kind of floaty. So here she does half on, legs are together, toes are pointed, finishes that half twist off and salutes the judges. Nice vault. Really pretty vault. I always like when bar routines or vaults, because they go so quickly. They're the fastest events that we have, that when you can actually stand out and go, that was a pretty vault, then she did a great job.
Only one of the 2 scores were posted there. I saw 7.2. There's Ophelia's second vault.
A little bit quicker twist on the back side of that vault to a
should
nice.
Should score higher, right?
It should. Well, how Judge Deb thinks. Yes. Got
a Kappas up next. And second vault was higher, Deb, 7.6. Back to Natalie, the junior. Rec class gymnast, then competed 2 years at XL Gold. Favorite event is beam.
She does a nice handspring here to a pretty solid landing. She had great body position, a slight bend in the arms, which maybe will cost her a tenth or two, but the backside of that vault was really pretty. Straight body, good landing, good distance.
Always fun to read some of the backgrounds that the coaches will provide us, and one of the things that Coach Winey had mentioned about Natalie, she's a terrific camp counselor.
Oh, I bet you she would be fun. You can just tell. Look at that smile. Kids at camp probably like her. She seems just fun, and that was a beautiful handspring vault. You can tell arms are straighter, landing's a little bit more solid, so good vault for her. You know, it's real rare when you have a person that's only been in gymnastics for a couple of years that says beam is their favorite event.
Natalie scored 7.4. Their first vault was 7.15. So
great second vault.
Keely Koonsman up next. We saw her score a 6.25 on the bars.
This vault is done about as technically perfect as you can do this vault. You'll see she has great body position, but what I love is she completely blocks, does that half twist with the arms overhead, and just, it's pretty. It just looks good and it floats.
Nice first vault score, 8.15. Keely's second vault.
Oh gosh, that's gonna score even, there was no movement. That was okay, I stuck this vault. You can tell she's happy about that. Really pretty again. Notice how straight the arms are. The twist is just clean and makes it all the way around.
And second vault scored and 8.4. Each vaulter's second vault has been better than their first. Now Tatum Roper. Really good power in her vaults.
She does that. Her pre-flight is solid. She has, in the pre-flight, what we want is for you to hit that springboard and have a little air time before your hands hit the platform. You'll see here, it's perfect. She just floats to the top of that. Really, really a pretty vault with a great landing.
First vault to 7.8. One more coming here for Tatum.
Again, another really pretty vault. She just had a bigger step on that landing. That is probably the nicest pre-flight to a handspring I think I've seen in a long time. It was just so clean and everything was straight, and she just kind of floated to the top of that vaulting platform. Good job.
7.8 for Tatum on vault 2. Teresa Ung up next.
Another really pretty handspring vault with a half twist. Same kind of as the one we just saw too. Just really lovely pre-flight. When you have that float from the time you hit the board till before your hands hit that vaulting platform, and you're hitting that vaulting platform at more of a handstand, it's a good job. The goal is to be on that vaulting platform for the least amount of seconds. So you want to have your body in that perfect handstand position, block as hard as you can with your shoulders, and fly off the other end.
7.9 on vault 1. Here's Teresa's second vault.
Really pretty, solid landing on the second vault. She had some distance on the backside on that after flight too. That was really good. Really pretty.
Teresa's, let's see what her second vault's going to score. And a little bit higher, 7.975. She seems happy.
Well, I should have been solid in the eights.
Well,
See, even you think that. Look at
Yeah.
I have trained
Maybe.
you well.
we'll take a break. We'll come back. Our next rotation on the way here from Park Center High School. It's the Rebels and the Pirates on CCX. There are the varsity vault scores for Champlin Park. Capped by Teresa Ungs, 7.975, 8.4, their top score on the vault from Keely Koonsman. And there are the team scores now through 3 rotations. We move to Park Center on the uneven bars. Pirates coach again by Bruce Smith, now in his 34th season as head coach of Park Center. 54th year in all. He started coaching boys gymnastics at Brooklyn Center High School in 1970. He's been here with this Pirates program for 34 years. Member of the Coaches Association Hall of Fame. A couple of years ago, they recognized him as for 50 years of coaching at that time. So we are back to our 4th rotation, second for Park Center. Christy Lee on the bars.
Christy starts out with just a really nice routine. Pretty much stayed on the low bar the whole time, and there's nothing wrong with that. Might not get that big score, but what she did very, very well.
Look
You
at it
see
again.
Here, does a little back hip circle into a second, and then kind of an underswing dismount. You know, we've talked about Bruce for so many years, and what he's done for Park Center Gymnastics, not, only as they've had, some success, but just a man who believes in the school and the community and the kids. He makes sure that no gymnast gets cut or turned away, that it is important for them to love the sport as much as he does. Doesn't care what experience they have, he will take them, and that's really amazing.
It is great. Genesis Corral Gallarzo is up next. Christy Lee score of 3.95.
Had a little fall on that squat on, doing those long back pullover, nice back hip circle, nice big cast. Really pretty flyaway dismount to a good landing. You'll see the coach did step in there and give her a little spot, and it's, always better to have them there than risk injury. We've seen that even from someone like Simone Biles, whose coach stands in her vault. It's more important that the athlete is safe. You see here, does that long hang back pullover. Nice back hip circle, hits that big cast. Just the tiniest of spot there too, so very good.
Jared Bradford is their spotter. He's a 5th year with the Pirates, former football and track and field guy here at Park Center. And he's a boxer.
Oh my gosh.
He's a bronze medalist at the 2022 Gold Gloves Tournament.
Wow.
But is a lot of veteran coaches on both of these teams, and Jared, the spotter, does a great job at it.
We've seen him catch girls upside down, and he always gets them to their knees or, he's a really good spotter, and those are kind of hard to come by.
Genesis score 3.1. Angie Westlin is next. This has been the toughest event, Coach Smith said, for his team, and to be able to score well. And it's tough. Like you mentioned during Champlin Park's rotation, it is not an easy apparatus to master.
No, and the strength that it takes, upper body strength, stomach muscle strength. The bars are so much farther apart than they used to be, and you have to do things on both bars, and it's not horrible to just do one on the low bar like our first gal did. She did a great job. It was clean, but they do want you to swing from bar to bar, and this to me is the hardest event. Beam obviously the most scary, but I think bars is, tough. Beautiful kip series. She starts with a switch kip. Gorgeous free hip back hip circle. I love this back toe circle. Probably one of my favorite transition moves that you can do. Really nice long hang pullovers. Wow, that was great.
Brianna Benjamin's been the Pirates' best competitor on the bars this year. The high score of 7.5. Very solid, very clean routine, Deb.
Yep, and she, worked both bars like you're supposed to, and she had that back toe circle is a really fun transition rather than just squat on. You'll see here she does switch kips, and then this is a free hip back hip circle into a kip, and she'll cast, and here it is, swings all the way around backwards, jumps to that high bar. Just the routine just kept flowing beautifully, and this really nice layout flyaway dismount. No movement on that landing whatsoever. We might be having a little judges conference over to the side here.
Ruthie Summers will be the final gymnast for Park Center on the bars. The judges work on Bree Benjamin's score.
I was watching one of the NCAA meets, and I've never seen a judges conference. For the first time, I saw a judges conference at one of those meets. And there's 4 judges on every event on that.
All right, here's Ruthie Summers. Her top score, 6.0.
Really nice kip to 2. Back hip circles, long hang back pull over here. Long hang kip, oh, make it, yes, very good. The crowd is cheering, that's good. All right. Yay, what a nice routine. She was smiling in the middle, making those long hang kips. Those are hard. She did a good job.
There's Bruce Smith's daughter there, Amanda Molden, has been with this program a long time and does a lot of the coaching as well in the gym for the Pirates. Score of 6.9 for Bree Benjamin. I did not give hers score. We'll hang on here, watch the rest of Ruthie's routine and give you her score.
She was so excited about that long hang kip. The father and daughter coaching together, that's a unique situation too, and being that she was such a great gymnast also, I wonder, how they work together. What's the dynamics?
Well, and Bruce's other daughter, Emily, runs the board here.
Oh my
or is
goodness.
Tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Now, I love my daughter more than life itself, but there's no way we could.
You guys wouldn't work together well?
No. Of course, she was a hockey player, not a gymnast.
Much to your dismay.
The good Lord knew it was better, so.
5.2 the score for Ruthie Summers. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Rotation 5 on the way next. More gymnastics, Park Center, and Champlin Park. Next. Our score for Park Center on the uneven bars. Bree Benjamin with a high score of 6.9. We are halfway through, and there's our team scores. We expected it to be fairly close. Champlin Park right now up by a couple of points on Park Center through 4 rotations. Rotation 5 sees Champlin Park's varsity on the floor exercise. John Winey, a 27th season.
Wow.
It's no 50th year of coaching like Brewers are 54, but John's been here a long time as assistant. Lindsay Pike's been with the team 32 years, and a lot of coaching experience in that room.
And again, you have coaches that have that much experience, and like we said earlier, maybe they don't have the talent that they've had in the years past, but everything we've seen tonight is clean and the form is great.
Bailey Benson is up first. We'll talk more about that after this first rotation. I want to talk about coaching and then this team.
Opens up with round off, 2 back handsprings into a tuck back flip. Nice job.
Second year on the team with a background in trampoline tumble competition at Gleason's and now at Twin Cities Twisters. Favorite event and strongest event is the floor, and here we see her.
The worm, I love it. Coming from a trampoline background, she's got some tumbling skills and stuff, so very good. Love the originality, no-handed roll into that shoulder roll. Round off 2 back handsprings into that walkout position. Nice little ending pose there. Good job. Floor is where we get to see gymnasts really have a good time, play to the crowd, play to the music, show us some of their personality. This was a lovely tumbling opening pass, round off 2 back handsprings into that nice high tuck. Beautiful dive roll, cartwheel, or forward roll into cartwheel. And ends up with round off 2 back handsprings into that walkout position.
When I was talking to Coach Winey about his team, he said, we're not where we were for about a decade, really, from 2012 to 21, where they had teams consistently scoring in the upper 130s, 140s, placing at state. Capped off individually by Cheney News' perfect 10 in the vault 6 years ago. We don't have that kind of skill right now, but we have girls with so much energy, and they're just excited to improve each week that it's a fun team to coach, even if you're not going to have girls that are going to compete at state. And as a coach, that's got to be so rewarding.
Very rewarding, because sometimes you can have all the talent and coaching isn't fun.
Yes, right. I've talked to coaches. That's definitely the case in every sport.
And so to see this, and I think it bodes on both sides that, they just love the sport. They're not going to make it to state. They're not going to get the big scores, but they're going to have fun, and they're going to learn every day new things. And the team camaraderie that you have we don't see that in some of the teams that are, a little bit better. I don't want to say that, but gymnastics can be whatever you want to make it. If you're not having the difficulty, they're bringing the fun back, and I think it's just awesome on both sides to support the sport, support the girls.
Ophelia Schumacher up next. 6.8 score for Bailey Benson.
Love the originality and opening up. Very nice. Round off 2 back handsprings into that nice back flip. She does a switch leap into a full twisting split leap. Bruce was talking to us prior to the meet, and how because you don't have the difficulty in the tumbling, you can find it in the leaps and jumps, and he is adamant that these girls can jump and leap and turn and have them above hip level to maximize every point that you can, and you can see that in the routines.
Yeah, and Champlin Park doing the same with their girls, yep. Ophelia Shoemaker working on a variety of leaps and building her tumbling routines in this routine. Again, her background in distance running, but that's some pretty good skills right there on the floor.
Really good skills, and she ends with that aerial cartwheel, and you can tell she's just a really, really good athlete. But all her switch splits and her jumps done really well. She should score pretty good on that routine. We've seen that change over the last 10 years to put the difficulty into some of the dance moves. This was great. It's a head spring. I don't think I've seen that since my day, which was, I'm not going to say. Really nice round of 2 back handsprings tucked back. She does a punch front, dive roll into cartwheel. And then round off 2 back handsprings. She walks that last one out. And I love an aerial cartwheel at the end of a routine. That's tough. That's hard to do. Really nice.
Teresa Ong is up next. 7.15 for Ophelia Schumacher. Now Teresa, this is her favorite event. I think it is a lot for a lot of the girls, right? Floor exercise. Had one of the coaches help her rework and redesign her floor routine for this year after what she had been doing.
You play to the strength of the gymnast, and if she's a good dancer, then you put those difficult dance moves in. If they're a good tumbler, you try to maximize that. And if you're lucky, you get one that's good at both. It's just a apparatus that you can have fun with. You're not worried about falling off of it like you are the balance beam, or it doesn't take the strength upper body that the bars does, and you can just really have fun.
Another tumbling pass.
It's another round of 2 back handspring, nice tuck. You could tell she was happy with that one. Really nice routine. It was choreographed to fit her personality perfectly. I love when they smile through the whole thing, because they love the routine, they love the music, and they're just really having a good time.
She's had 2 older cousins that got her in, that both competed for the Rebels, that got her into gymnastics. And she said she was using one of their older routines. Said, I wanted something different this year, kind of my own.
Yep.
And so this is what she came up with, and that was beautiful.
Yeah. Choreographing a floor routine is fun and challenging all at the same, because you want to try to get everything that you can get credit for. You need some combinations and connections and that kind of thing. Yet you still want to have music that makes you want to get out there and perform to your best and have fun. My floor music was Last Dance by Donna Summer.
Oh, yeah. Great song.
Was a great floor routine. Gone are the days when we used to be able to name the songs, because everything is so different now.
7.4 the score for Teresa Ong. Now Tatum Roper. In her background in high school dance. Great lines, great dance. And coaches said they've been really impressed with their ability to connect with the younger girls and help them with their routines and choreograph their routines with that dance background that Tatum has.
You can just definitely see it in the first opening sequence, very original. Wow, nice job. Punch front, punch front. You see she has a little mat at the end there. They call that kind of a sting mat. It just, no deductions for it. It just kind of takes the jar off of the athlete's ankles. Beautiful full twisting switch leap. You can definitely see the dance experience here. Round off 2 back handsprings. You are required to tumble frontwards and backwards in a floor routine. Round off 2 back handspring walkout. Switch lead to full twisting wolf jump. That was a really pretty routine. You can definitely, I love her jumps and leaps.
Tatum's like, I need a break here.
Where's my water? This is where the endurance comes in. I mean, it's only 1:30, but you are moving and tumbling, and you just, it's endurance-wise can be tough. Here's this first one. You'll see 2 punch fronts. Nice job. And round off back handsprings into a nice rebound. And lastly, round up back handspring, step out. Here's that switch leap into full twisting wolf jump. Nice job.
Keely Koonsman will be the 5th and final gymnast up on the floor for Champlin Park. Tatum Roper with a score of 7.85. Keely, an 8th grader. Her mom choreographed her routine, who competed back in the day for Andover High School and has coached at Irondale and been helping out a little bit Champlin Park.
Wow, that's fun.
Now, if your daughter had been in gymnastics, she would not have let you choreograph her routine.
Nope. Nope. I know she's having some fun in the corner there, getting ready for, here's her leap series, switch leap, full twisting wolf jump, great combination. Heads in the corner. Round up back handspring, back flip. Nice job. That was really a cute routine. Snaps to the mom. She did a lovely job.
John also noted in her Keely's notes, favorite teacher at Jackson Middle School is Mrs. Bozer. Shout out to Mrs. Bozer.
To Mrs. Bozer.
So if you're watching tonight.
Here's that first round off 2 back handsprings, a nice high back tuck. She does punch front, dive roll, right into that cartwheel. And just having some fun. Here's that last pass, round off, back handspring, back tuck, nice job.
Score of 7.65, the score for Keely Koonsman. Tatum Roper's 7.85, the high for Champlin Park, and that concludes our 5th rotation. More gymnastics on the way. See Park Center up next on the balance beam on CCX. scores a moment ago for Champlin Park as they are through 3 of their varsity routines so far. And we are now up to Park Center on the balance beam. She'll get her team score so far as Ia Lau leads things off for Park Center. Ia is a sophomore, moving into varsity from junior varsity, increasing her difficulty in this event. Her high score, 7.7 on the beam.
Just kind of having some struggles with those jumps and leaps, although they're anytime you add twisting into a jump or leap, that adds to the difficulty, but also, adds to the potential of falling off the balance beam. It is 4 inches wide and about 4 feet off the ground. Beautiful jump split. Hang on. Oh gosh, you can tell she is right there as far as staying on the balance beam and really setting herself up for a good score with the difficulty she has in the jumps and leaps.
She's had a tough time.
And at this point, you kind of want to just be done, and I give her a lot of credit. She's hopped back up there. She's going to continue and finish it all the way. It was a lovely wolf jump that she had. Getting ready for a dismount. She does an aerial round-off dismount. Probably not the way she wanted it to go, but I'll tell you, once she hits those jumps and leaps, this routine is going to score really well just because they are so difficult. She does that wolf jump. Here's this really nice aerial round-off off the end of the beam and does a nice landing. Good job. Always hard to get back up there, and you can tell it's not definitely the way she wanted to go, but she should still be really proud of herself because you could easily just walk off and go, yep, I'm done, and she didn't.
The coach she's talking there with her back to us there, that's Annika Lee. She's a 2021 Park Center graduate, was a state-level gymnast, state placer. She was an outstanding gymnast for Park Center, now a student at Hamline University, has come back to coach with one of her high school teammates, Leah Tweed, who's also on the coaching staff here with Ruth Smith. But Annika was a great gymnast to watch back in her days here.
Well, and talk about a perfect person to go over and give some encouragement to somebody. These girls look up to her, and I'm sure she's had some beam routines that she would like to have back too, although I don't know if we ever saw one because she was good with them. But I think it's really important to have coaching staff that girls feel comfortable with and can relate to and just help you feel better in a situation.
Christy Lee up next. Score 5.2 for Ia, excuse me.
Foot was just off a little bit to the side on that cartwheel. It doesn't take much when you're not in line with the beam to be off. Nice tuck jump. That full turn is a requirement. Every beam and floor routine will have that in there. Really nice split jumps, 2 in a row. Good job. There's a nice back tuck dismount.
Christy's high score this year, 7.225. Let's see what she gets for this.
She did have that fall early on,
right,
but those 2 split jumps were really nicely done. Almost at a 180, but definitely above hip level. And I love this little back tuck dismount. Great height. Just a little step on that landing.
Ruthie Summers will be up next for the Pirates. score, 5.55 for Christy Lee.
Hang on to that full turn. Nice job.
That's some really difficult jumps, Coach Smith said in his notes about Ruthie.
Yes, right there. She had a wolf jump into a 3/4 twisting wolf jump. Showing that change of direction. Doing some work on the balance beam in the lower positions. Really nice cartwheel, swings that foot all the way through. And hey, beautiful, nice cartwheel into round off. And look at that, she does 3/4 twisting wolf jump into a full twisting tuck jump. Punch front, dismount, good job. She really did have some good jumps and leaps. And the full twisting tuck jump, which you think, well, that's not that difficult, really is hard.
Came back really strong after that fall, Deb, in her routine here.
Yep, and there she swings that foot all the way through, and she does a roundup, which is where you land on 2 feet on the balance beam, which is tough. Here is the wolf jump, and watch this. She just all the way around, full twisting tuck jump. Good job. Punch front dismount, stuck landing. Seems to be pretty happy with that routine. Probably like to get that fall back, but again, she finished strong. This is the worst event. The judges are having a little bit of a conference right now, and our next gymnast is standing there. If there's any event you don't want to have to wait
think
for,
about.
it's the beam.
Right.
It's the beam.
Angie Westland will be up next.
You have some girls like the coaches that will chat with them, distract them. Here's a judging sheet you'll see right here. All those little marks on the side of the left hand are how they kind of keep track of what connections were, what tricks were done. Did she continue her body movement, not pause in between the jumps and leaps so you get the connection, or did she take a break, which then means that you won't get that connection. So they're still chatting over there.
Long discussion on Ruthie Summers' routine.
It usually means they're within 3 to 5 tenths difference. Used to be 5 tenths. I think they've switched it. Again, you take a look at the judges' score sheets.
And it depends on how difficult the routine is scored, like the max value of a routine, too, on what you can be apart.
You know, it's almost easier to score routines when you know they're starting from a 10-0, because then you're doing just, deduction work. But in routines that they don't start from that 10-0 start, you really have to keep track of what was done, was there connections, did they meet the requirements, and then you have to take the deductions for the balance checks and the bobbles and, and the fall and things like that. So, but it looks like now they've come to a decision.
Angie Westland has patiently waited as Ruthie Summers checks out her score. Seems to be like, all right, that's probably about right. 6.9 is what Ruthie scored. And now here is Angie Westland. Her high score, 7.4, the senior co-captain. Solid on jumps and leaps, working on her connections, as Bruce Smith says. A very steady gymnast in this event.
Oh, gosh.
And they jinxed her and she fell. Goodness.
Again, it's getting the most points for the difficulty by adding the twists. There's a great There we go. Beautiful split jump into a full twisting straight jump. And cartwheel right into another cartwheel. Beautiful. And ending up aerial round off dismount. Again, you see the potential for some pretty decent scores from Park Center on the beam when they can hit all of the jumps and turns and things like that, because the dance elements they're doing are difficult, where they maybe don't have the back handsprings or things like that. A nice cartwheel series here. Beautiful on that second cartwheel. And a nice aerial round off dismount.
Brianna Benjamin will be up next for the Pirates.
Wow, we're having another judges conference.
Our section meet for these teams comes up 3 weeks from tonight at Buffalo High School. Section 5AA Championships.
Who is
state meet.
favored out of?
That is an excellent question. I do not know.
I'm trying to think of who's with them besides.
And the sections changed in this year. For some teams that moved to different sections.
When did that start?
Like
that,
they do every other year. They'll look at all the sections and all the sports and sometimes move teams. Score of 6.65 for Angie Westland, and now here is Bree Benjamin, the fifth and final varsity competitor.
Beautiful switch split leap into a quarter split jump.
The other senior co-captain along with Angie Westland. Big skills, great connections on her beam routine. Her top score this year, 8.475.
Really nice back handspring. You can tell she's so focused, but she did crack a little bit of a smile there. We did see that. Nice wolf jump, three-quarter twisting wolf jump. Watching her in warm-ups, she just seems solid, so. Does a cat leap into really nice connection. So she does a cat leap into a cartwheel. She swings that foot through, so she'll get that connection to another cartwheel, and then she tops it off with a full twist dismount. That was really good. Really good. So here's her back handspring, and it was just rock solid on that one. There's that cat leap. Here she does the cartwheel. Swings that foot all the way through. Beautiful toe point. Cartwheel, full twisting back foot dismount. Just a step on the back. I think that should score very well.
How well, though?
I'm going to say high eights, maybe. What was her high score?
Her high score was 8.475.
I think it could be a little higher than that. But that's just me.
And it is.
Look at that.
8.65 for Bree Benjamin. So a high score for her.
That's good.
On that beam routine. She is excited about that.
Look at. You know, and that's what you want as the season goes along. You want your scores to increase. Just comes with consistency and really knowing that you have the confidence to get up there, do a good beam routine just like that. It was beautiful. Nice job.
Rotation 7 is on the way. We'll stay on the balance beam. Champlin Park up next. We continue with our gymnastics meet from Park Center High School after this. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. The beam scores for Park Center as they're through 3 full varsity rotations. And now Champlin Park up on the beam. This is their final varsity event. Natalie Campus will lead it off, followed by Ophelia Schumacher, Tatum Roper, Keely Koonsman, and Teresa Ung. Natalie said this is her favorite event. Junior.
She had that little fall there on that full turn, and
she's got to regather herself, get back on, right?
Get back on. She'll do a cartwheel combination here. Beautiful form on these cartwheels. Oh gosh darn. You can tell it's frustrating and stuff, being that this is her favorite event too, but we're just get back up and continue on with the meet. And love the little cute pose there. She's still having fun. That's good. Nice show of balance. Does a beautiful arabesque. Wolf jump, tuck jump, nice combination, great height. Nice aerial round-off dismount. I mean, I know it's not how she wanted to go, but I just think it speaks so much to the character when you get back up there. Many years ago, I think we're talking, a girl just ran out and didn't come back.
I remember that.
Yeah. And so, to stick with it, that to me speaks volumes. And those cartwheels were absolutely beautiful that she did. So, going over and getting some strength from, that is about the sweetest thing I think I've ever seen. Look at mom and sister just giving encouragement, and God, it's like a Hallmark movie. I think I need a tissue. That was so sweet. Oh, I love that.
Ophelia Schumacher will be up next. Ophelia, we talked about her running background, but also has a dance background.
Where does one find the time for all this? Right. And I bet you she's a really good student, too.
5.35 the score for Natalie Kappas.
Did a no-handed step-up mount, unfortunately, had that fall. Oh, gosh. The beam is having some casualties tonight, and I think when we get on rolls of teams, sticking, it's harder to do that when there's a fall. Really nice hang on to that cartwheel. Beautiful job. wolf jump with a quarter turn to a half twisting tuck jump. Showing a great flexibility with the splits, even gave the judges a little smile. Love this back shoulder roll. Really pretty balance and flexibility there. Nice job. There was a lot of height on that back tuck.
So Ophelia Schumacher, and second year on the team. We'll look at part of her routine again on the beam.
Here's that twisting wolf jump, half twisting tuck jump. This here is called a back shoulder roll. And this just a beautiful show of flexibility. Watch the height on this back flip. It is wonderful. Good landing. Shoulders were up nice. And I loved during the splits, we didn't get to see, but she shot a big smile over to the judges. And that's a couple extra tenths in my book, I think. Nice routine.
Tatum Roper up next for the Rebels. Score of 4.95 for Ophelia. Been working hard to upgrade her leaps and some of her more challenging forms. She's got experience from dance, which certainly helps, although this is still a difficult, really difficult apparatus, much like we're talking about the bars, beam challenging in its own way with that beam just 4 inches wide.
Yep, you'll see that. It's about the width of 1 foot. And they are doing these jumps where they're trying to land on, 2 feet or like here that round off. Really nice job. That is hard to land on 2 feet on that one. Beautiful arabesque. She does that back shoulder roll, gets up immediately into a cartwheel. Great connection. And a front layout dismount. Good job. That was lovely. She unfortunately had that little fall at the beginning, but came back very strong. Here is the cartwheel. She swings that foot all the way through and then does a round off where you're landing on 2 feet. Granted, they're one in front of the other, but it's still really a tough connection. She did a great job with that. And that was... Didn't expect that. The front layout dismount, we don't see a lot of those, and so it's always fun when you see something that you're not used to. We see a lot of cartwheel back tucks and punch fronts, but a layout front, that was great. Again, the waiting game.
Tatum's last event of the night. We have 2 more competitors coming up here for Champlin Park. Keely Koonsman and Teresa Ung. .95 score for Tatum Roper. Now Keely Koonsman I want
Really
to read the
pretty.
notes on her real quick. Yeah, as we look at her routine, she had a meet right before the holiday break where she did a beyond 180-degree switch split, then had a foot slip and a big crash. But her mom was there assisting that night, and she and Coach Wynia and the trainer checked her out. Nothing was broken. They assumed she would just sit out. And she got back on the beam and finished her routine because she, quote, didn't want to let the team down. That's dedication.
Gosh.
And there she, no crash this
No
time.
crashes today.
Nice job by Keely here.
Oh, man. And when you have a fall, yeah. When you're jump splitting and you fall off the beam, you hit hard. And that takes a lot of guts and a lot of courage to get right back up there. This was a beautiful routine for her tonight. Just a little bit of a balance check there. Heads into the back shoulder roll. Right into the cartwheel, and you'll see here, nice standing back flip. Again, wow, this is, we're cruising.
It's a lot right now.
We were cruising along here, and the beam.
Keely looks like this will score in the high sevens for her. 7.6. And now Teresa Ong, the final competitor for Champlin Park, which worked hard to improve her polish and her presentation, get her acro series, which is a back shoulder to a cartwheel. Placed 5th in this event in the Division II of the MGGOA Classic Invitational here at Park Center a few weeks ago, and has really improved on her leaps.
I didn't know the back shoulder rolled directly into the cartwheel is a good combination. I love that. Hang on. Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. The cartwheel's another one of those tricks that you think, oh, that's easy to do. It is not. Really pretty. Ooh, hang on, hang on. Yay, very good. Split jump into 3/4 turning wolf jump. And a very nice aerial round-off dismount. Oh, that one fall was a tough one, but that was a nice routine. Smiling, that's good.
Yeah, it's just a great attitude, right?
Yes.
See it by her smile, loves competing with this team. Also plays tennis, but really gymnastics is her sport.
She looks very comfortable, and nice job. Beam has been tough on both teams tonight.
I saw a score of 6.8 from one of the two score flippers, but not a second one. But I guess that we're not going to get a second score, and so that'll be the final rotation for Champlin Park for the night. We'll come back. Our final rotation of the evening as you see Park Center's junior varsity competing. We'll see the varsity right after this. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Team scores for Champlin Park. Again, that was their final routine of the night, or rather the last apparatus that their varsity competes on, and their team score unofficially 111.225, and we still have Park Center left on the floor exercise to finish out our meet tonight here from Park Center. Aaliyah Tweet, we mentioned her name earlier when we were talking about Annika Lee, also 2021 graduate, really a great dance background, and so she has helped, along with Annika, choreograph the routines for a lot of these varsity and JV girls, and really is a strong dancer. And what a great addition to have on the staff. Someone's a young coach, just got out of high school gymnastics 3 years ago, and has that background and wants to help these younger girls, these high school girls, compete and choreograph a routine that they'll enjoy.
That's what I was just going to say. I mean, you can have older coaches, but, you know, I couldn't go back and choreograph a routine that anyone would like to see with, you know, moves from the dark ages and stuff. But, again, just to give back to the school and the sport that you love. And these young girls can so relate to these guys and really have fun enjoying the choreography.
Genesis Corral Gallarzo up first for Park Center.
Nice front handspring dive roll. Really pretty combination. Split leap. To a full twisting, full twisting tuck jump. Having fun with the music. Full twisting wolf, full twisting pike jump. Corner for final tumbling pass. Front handspring dive roll, cartwheel. Nice aerial cartwheel there.
Love it.
Really
Fun
cute
dance.
routine.
So many young gymnasts, too, on these teams. Genesis, one of them, just a freshman, and see a couple of sophomores coming up, and junior, and then finally Bree Benjamin's a senior, the last gymnast. But the girls that will be back presumably in the years to come here for the Pirates.
You know, and the fun thing is like you said early on, they have so much fun that they will be eager to come back and to continue to learn new skills, increase the difficulty, have fun with the routines. I love the little, we're going to do some dancing. Love the smile on her face. Nice front handspring, forward roll, cartwheel.
Coach conferring right now on Genesis routine. Ialau will be the next up for Park Center.
Very, very fun. She looks like she might be the team
Right.
photographer as well.
Go right into taking pictures.
Yes. It's very interesting that This is probably the most judges' conferences.
We've had quite a few tonight, haven't
Yeah.
we? Yep.
Yeah. And you want to get it right. You want to
Yes.
give the athletes and the team scores exactly what, is deserved for them. Got the go-ahead now.
Coach Smith and Coach Lee ready to watch their next gymnast. 5.3 as Genesis takes pictures of Ialao.
She's a very elegant gymnast. We saw her on the beam, and she just is pretty to watch. Full twisting split jump, full twisting straddle jump. Nice job. When you do those connections, she'll get rewarded for connecting 2 full twisting jumps. Front handspring, forward roll cartwheel. Very graceful routine that we have. Round up, 2 back handsprings to end that routine. Really pretty, very graceful. She has pretty hands, with all the movements. The handwork is very nice.
He seems happy with that. We'll take a look
Yes.
at part of her routine again.
She does round off, 2 back handsprings into a nice step out. Here's her forward tumbling. She does front handspring, forward roll right into that cartwheel. And then lastly, round off, 2 back handsprings. Pretty, pretty, pretty ending pose. Love it.
Three more gymnasts still to come here for Park Center. Ruthie Summers, Christy Lee, and Bree Benjamin.
Where is their section meet this year?
Buffalo High School.
Buffalo High School. Okay.
From tonight.
Buffalo's a cute little town. We're out there a lot.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. Let's just say the people at Menards. Oh, here comes the Rasmussen.
Ready to spend more money.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Now we're getting the go-ahead. Very good.
Score 6.6 for Ialao. And now Ruthie Summers.
Round up back handspring, back flip for her opening tumbling pass.
Ruthie, a sophomore. And Coach Smith said strong and developing dance, still moving up, improving as the season goes along, which is what you want to see, right, from all your athletes, no matter the sport.
Yep. And the more you do this routine, the more confidence you have and the more fun you allow yourself to just let go and go, okay, I'm really going to just have a good time in this routine. Beautiful front flip, dive roll, cartwheel. Great height on that. She sets up, takes a little bit of a breath for that final tumbling pass. love the twisting jumps. Great combinations in those. Really great routine. She's very crisp in her movements. We went from ballet, elegant, to crisp and hits all the music. And, you know, I just love the different personalities that you have in your floor routines.
And sometimes it plays to the strength of the individual gymnast, too, and what they do well.
Mm-hmm. If you have a gymnast that's a beautiful dancer, you're going to choreograph with those moves to, you know, get the highest score possible, and that's what they're comfortable with. Same thing if you have a gymnast that maybe is a good tumbler but not the best dancer, you're going to choreograph a routine to those strengths as well. We have a girl on the balance beam right now, which is just really sweet. The entire gym is cheering for her, and this is team. This is what it's all about. Just being there to support your gymnast, and nice job. Yay. Absolutely think that was priceless.
That's great.
So everybody was cheering for her.
6.7 score for Ruthie Summers and now Christy Lee.
Round up, nice back handspring layout, beautiful tumbling pass. Gorgeous full twisting straddle jump. Aerial front walkover right into a round up back handspring. Great tumbling pass, one that you don't see, and again playing to her strengths. Full twisting straddle, full twisting wolf. Round up two back handspring, nice pike.
Another
really
fun routine.
Fun routine, yep.
Christy Leo's high score in this event this year, an 8.275. Very poised routine, right?
Yep. We're going to have to tell her she has choreographed some really nice routines for Park Center, so very good job. Here we have that round up two back handsprings layout. Beautiful job. And this one it's not one you see often. She does an aerial walkover right into a round off back handspring. Loved it. Loved it. And round off two back handsprings into a back tuck. Probably couldn't tell, but she stuck that landing. It was, in women's gymnastics, you can take that step backwards, and that's not a deduction. But to land that back flip and hit it and not move, good job.
Bree Benjamin will be our last gymnast tonight. Brianna's high score in this event, 8.8. 7.35 for Christy Lee.
Here's some fun get-up music.
A new routine for her. I don't know that tonight's necessarily the first time she's competed, but that started it this season.
Nice opening pass, punch front, dive roll, cartwheel. She does a switch ring leap where she throws her head back and bends that knee. Ready for next tumbling pass. Round up, beautiful full twist. Just dropped that landing. Gorgeous. Another round off full twist. Nice finish to Park Center's floor. That was some beautiful tumbling. Dance was great. I loved the full twist, the body position that she was in those full twists. Perfect straight. Height was great. Floated down into the landing.
And again, you can see the choreography in their routines and how I think the influence of the coaches had in these routines, their young coaches.
Yep, exactly. And when you have a passion for dance, choreographing a flow routine can be super fun and nice. Look at this, beautiful. She's tumbling high as she is tall. And here's the next one, same thing. She does that run up, gorgeous full twist, just lands it. And as the male coaches are probably so thankful for, the youngins to come in and help choreograph because it can be tough.
8.15, the top score for the Pirates. For Bree Benjamin, 8.15 concludes our meet. We will take a break. We'll total up the scores and have our post game from Park Center High School right after this.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Park Center and Champlin Park, JV and varsity gymnasts being introduced as their place is introduced as they placed in an event. And our final varsity floor scores tonight, you can see for Park Center, capped by Bree Benjamin's 8.15, which gave them a team total of 28.8 in that event. And there are the individual rotation scores and the total scores. Champlin Park with their first dual meet win of the season over Park Center tonight, 111.325 for Champlin Park. Park Center 108.525. Some struggles, especially in the bars and a little bit for some of the girls on the beam.
Yep.
But some really fun floor routines tonight. I thought we saw some very solid vaults this evening, and as the coaches talked about, you just want to see improvement. Not a lot of time to improve before sections, but you're continuing to see numbers individually for some gymnasts go up.
And it's kind of interesting that the beam was tough on both teams.
Yes.
So it makes it a little bit easier that, your team struggled on, the other team struggled on. Beam was just a tough event tonight and stuff. To see the scores increasing, even though they're not going to be those high scores that they maybe had in the past, what we saw here tonight was so much fun. Girls that supported each other. When we had a couple of the Park Center girls going later on the bounce beam, the Champlin Park girls were cheering for them as they were on there. And this is a rivalry between these two, and I love the sportsmanship that we were able to see tonight. So, not the greatest score meet, but one of the funner meets that we have done, just because of who these teams and coaches are. Great night.
We're going to thank the coaching staffs, and specifically Bruce Smith and John Weinia for taking time to inform us about their teams and give us some background on their girls, and makes our job a little easier and fun to talk about them this evening. That will do it for our meet tonight. For Debbie Rasmussen and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Final score again tonight from Park Center. It's the Champlin Park Rebels winning over Park Center. Good night from Brooklyn Park.